Hello and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you my top 5 most important redstone builds that I put in almost every world I make. If I have the materials on hand, I will usually make one of these. So, to jump right to it, let's go to number 1. This obviously just looks like a normal farm, but all the redstoners already know, and some casual players, this is a semi-automatic farm, which can be built into an automatic farm if you know your redstone. But this is a semi-automatic farm, and basically what it consists of is one huge redstone line coming from the back of the machine, going all the way up using some repeaters and a lot of redstone dust, into this observer. Now what this observer is doing is it's detecting when this redstone dust updates, which powers the observer, which puts power into this block right here, powering this redstone dust. And this redstone dust goes over top all these dispensers, which are all loaded with water buckets, which send water downstream, aka picking up all your crops. You do have to refill it every time though. And the reason why I put glass right here is so the crops don't just fall out. So if I just click this button real quick, you can see as it shoots the water out, pushing all the plants down, and most of them get picked up by the hopper, which you can see are being sorted in here now. Not sorted, but you know, picked up. Like this, you can actually see how much is in there right now, and it's definitely not the hardest build in the world, and it's definitely not the most usable, but it's always good to have some sort of farm in your world that automatically does this stuff. Going on to the next one is an automatic form of getting food, which the reason why I like building this is because it's fast and it's completely automatic, plus it just looks nice to put into like your build. Put this with like some cyan stained glass, whatnot, and you have yourself a fully automatic farm. Now if I were to just give myself some eggs, you'll see why I like this farm so much. Let me fill my inventory with eggs, put them all in here. As you can see, it's automatically shooting out chickens, which what those chickens will do is once they grow up, since their hitbox is so small as a baby, they are not being touched by the lava, right? So once they grow up, their hitbox will grow, thus being able to touch the lava. And once they're able to touch the lava, they're going to start burning, and when they drop their items, instead of falling in the lava, they will fall into this hopper right here. And of course, I broke it. But it'll fall into this hopper right here. As you can see right there. Now, it does take some time, so it's not like you're going to build it and instantly see results. You obviously have to sit there and wait for the eggs to hatch. But other than that, it's really good if you just need a quick food source and you don't want to go out hunting animals. I'm about to put this in my better Minecraft world, actually, because we're really struggling with food. On to the next one. Oh yeah, and this is how it's built. Let me get these chickens off. It's just two observers looking right at each other. As you can see, it's powering a dispenser, which is constantly shooting the eggs. And you just put all the chickens up here, and just leave them there, and you'll start automatically producing cooked chicken and feathers. On to the next build. This is a completely automatic melon and pumpkin farm, which I build all the time. It's compact, it's not much to see, but it's good to just tuck into the corner of your base somewhere, have infinite food and pumpkins. As you can see, it's been running for, I want to say about 10 minutes, and we already have this, but at the same time, I also have my tick speed up. So, but the best part about this is you could just build it and leave it running, and it'll just automatically collect food for you. And this is a very, 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 very simple build. I actually showed it off over here, but as like a less compact design, where it basically, the observer detects when the plant changes. As you can see, it does a quick little texture change or a block update, which the observer detects powering this block, and then powering the redstone over top here, which activates the piston, pushing the pumpkin or the melon into the hopper, which is collected in here. It's not very hard to do, very compact. This is by far the biggest build. This you're gonna want to put in like your actual gardening area, and just make sure you build it correctly so you don't get water all over the place. And the reason I have an observer here is so that it detects the block updates and sends a 1 tick. Basically, if you know what 1 tick is, it puts 1 tick through the redstone signal, which powers it for 1 brief tick, which lets the water out. And once the redstone unpowers, it's another block update, sending another 1 tick pulse through the redstone dust, thus taking the water back in, all with just a click of the button. And if you want, I will actually take a button up there so it's easier to see. As you can see, all the water is back in. If I click this button, it sends a 1 tick pulse through that redstone, and as soon as the redstone gets unpowered, it brings the water back in. Show that one more time just so you guys can see it. And you can see the redstone pulse is getting a 1 tick. One simple tick, which lets all the water out as long as you need it, which is clearing out all the crumbs. And since this is finally done going over how many is there, you can see this is what you'll mostly be getting within each harvest of this farm, which I don't see it that bad if you're more of a Minecraft vegan, if you refuse to kill animals or something like that, or you just want a renewable food source. This gives you about 3 stacks of carrots and potatoes each harvest, so it's pretty good on food, but I would much prefer just an automatic chicken cooker. Now, on to the fourth machine. We have an automatic bamboo farm. I'm not too sure why this is doing this. Maybe just put another layer on top of glass. I like building with glass so that I can see my machines in progress. Now, what this machine is doing is, once the bamboo hits the top, you can see it's detected by this observer right here. The very top is detected by that one. And when that one gets detected, it goes to a block update which powers this observer, which then sends it down this vertical redstone and powers the piston at the bottom, automatically taking it in. Now, if you're wondering why I have a minecart hopper here, it's because if you place a minecart hopper with the rail underneath the block, anything that lands on top of that block that's underneath of will be picked up because of how big the hopper minecart's hitbox is. It'll just barely be able to pick up whatever item is on top. Put it into this hopper, and put it into these chests. Now this is actually 2-in-1 kind of, because if you're gonna build a big bamboo farm like this, you're gonna want some bulk storage, which is why you set up this, where as soon as an item hits this chest, it's automatically filtered into the bottom chest here with hoppers. There's not much use for bamboo, but I guess if you have an XP farm, you can connect this, which I'm actually going to show off in my next build, which you could combine the two if you know what you're doing. I personally don't combine them because I would just much rather have this. But this is the most compact super smelter I have been able to build, which, if you don't know what a super smelter is, I will try and put a picture on the screen of an accurate super smelter. But what it is it's basically a long line, sometimes multiple lines of furnaces, blast furnaces, smokers. It's a long line of those which all get powered at the same time, and all get fuel and food or ore all at the same time. Let's say you have a whole super smelter consisting of 64 furnaces. you will essentially smelt 1 stack of items in the time it usually takes you to smelt 1 item, which I build in all my worlds, but this is the most compact one I've been able to build, and I like putting this in every single world. What it consists of is, I know it's a bit a jumbled mess right now, but you can see it. You have the blast furnaces right here, and on the inside you can see we have furnaces and we have smokers. Smoker, furnace, blast furnace. Now, to keep all of these fueled up, I just take coal. Let me just fill my inventory with coal. And I just do this. You put coal in the barrels, and it will automatically fill each individual type of furnace for you without pulling out the bottom, because that's not how furnaces work. Now, the reason why I have these hoppers here, you don't need these, you can actually leave this without them. It's just easier to fill the chests when you have a hopper up here. And the reason why I'm building it with 3 different types of furnaces is because one day you're gonna have like a bunch of chicken. Let's look for some chicken. You're gonna have a bunch of chicken and you're gonna want it all smelted. So you go into this one, fill it up, and you can see it's working already. Going into 2, it's actually not going into all of them. So I guess you can't use those, but if you put it in here, you can see 2 of them are being taken away each time, which is putting into both smokers. So you're actually cooking 2 for every 1 you put in. You're cooking 2 for every 1 smelt it does. Instead of going 1 for 1, you're going 2 for 1, so you're getting double the output. Same thing with the blast furnace and the normal furnace. The reason why I put a normal furnace here is because stupid things like wood to make charcoal, glass, other stuff like that, you can't put in either of these. So you do want to still have a furnace on hand pretty much at all times, so you can get those extra cooks ready. Now, I kind of want to speed this up a little bit. If I were to put a trapdoor top here, whoops. Well, didn't work the way I wanted it to. That's okay. I guess they try to jump out a lot, but these guys will grow and end up eventually burning in lava. You don't have to have this many chickens here, I just did it for demonstration purposes. But other than that, I am done with this video as of right now. I'm sorry it took so long to upload. It took me about a week and a half to upload again. I got busy with some stuff, so I apologize in advance. I'm going to try doing better moving forward, try and keep myself on a strict schedule, and hopefully release more redstone related content and or modded related content. I am currently working on a big project right now, so I might have to post every other day, but I'll try and do it every day. So I will let you guys go. Hope you all enjoyed. I hope you find these machines useful, and if you put them in your world, you don't have, obviously don't credit me, it's a fucking redstone contraption. But if you put them in your world, if you put these designs in your world, they will overall double your production, unless you want to actually add them further. Like if you look at this, for example, these you can actually stack. So if I was to, if I could copy all this and then just stack it up and up and up, and you can basically have a infinite height, all the way up to 300 for build height. That's how high you can make this. Same thing with this one and this one. This one not so much, but you can stack these and hook everything up to one button if you know how to rewire things like that. You can indeed. You can actually stack most of these except for the chicken one because of entity cramming. It'll cause a lot of lag in your world with how many entities are being built up and how much redstone will be going off all at once. But yeah, these are my 5 most favorite machines that I put in most of my worlds. Hope you all enjoyed. I'll see you in the next video.